Information coming in from the Department of Telecom. Now, we understand that they have asked Bharti Airtel as well as Vodafone to buy the unified licenses. This is for Delhi as well as Mumbai in a spectrum of auction. Now, remember, most of the telecom players, the likes of Bharti, Industars, GTL as well as Vodafone, they were up in arms against this move of unified licenses because they believe that most of the tower firms don't just merely meet the needs of the mobile phone companies, and it would be definitely unfair to license them since they also support a host of non-telecom services which are also linked to the government projects like customer service centers. So this is probably a negative news coming in?
Yeah, negative, yes. Also because, mind you, the companies were hoping for an automatic extension of the license which expires in November 14 on your screen as well. Now what Bharti Airtel would have been hoping is that after the 20-year term expires, there would be an automatic extension which will not come in. Yes, the market have already priced in the fact that they would have to shell out some money and not get it for free. The fact that they will now have to participate, buy spectrum in auction and will have to buy the unified license for Delhi and Mumbai would mean that the money outgo that was probably previously expected by the markets or by people who track the sector, the money outgo would be more than what was earlier anticipated, and that is probably a bigger issue. I think Gauri has, her finger on the pulse, and she joins us right now for that. Gauri, fill us in on what this would mean for Bharti Airtel. It's a setback for sure, but just fill us in on the details.
It's a huge setback, Neeraj. You know, what they exercise as far as Bharti Airtel is concerned, the whole reason why they went to DoT for an application seeking extension was the fact that they don't have to participate, so that they could ensure that they don't have to participate in an auction. And now that is something that DoT has made it absolutely clear that they will have to participate in an auction to buy spectrum. So in that sense, you know, this is actually very negative. The point is now they can continue services in Delhi and Mumbai by buying a unified license, but now we are in a regime where license is just a piece of paper. It does not come bundled with spectrum. So even though service continuity will not really be hampered, services will be allowed to continue in Delhi and Mumbai, subject to them buying a unified license, which they will, I'm sure, the moment the regime comes into place. But that's just a piece of paper. It will cost them a little over 1 crore for Delhi and Mumbai. But as far as spectrum is concerned, which is really the crux of the entire argument, the reason why they went to High Court, and High Court asked the Department of Telecom to actually look at this matter in great detail. The reason for that was that they could ensure a situation where they don't have to participate in an auction for 900 megahertz, which, by the way, is also priced at twice the value of 1800 megahertz. That has not been achieved. So from Bharti Airtel's point of view, they will have to participate in an auction as and when that takes around. They ensure that the auction doesn't take place by colluding with other players. So the auction did not take place. So now, as and when the next round of spectrum auction takes place for 900, they will have to participate and ensure they win spectrum in Delhi and Mumbai to continue services. So that's the big negative for Bharti Airtel from this particular decision taken by DoT. But from customer point of view, service continuity point of view, that is a favorable decision that they have taken, that they can go ahead and buy a unified license with just a piece of paper to ensure service continuity.
Okay, so Gauri, but just wondering, so in essence, if I'm understanding that they will get the continuity of service, but in all probability they'll have to shell out a lot more or quite more than what they otherwise would have had to shell out. Is that the crux?
Absolutely, Neeraj. They'll have to shell out market prices for spectrum, market prices that will be decided in an auction. Reserve price will be decided by the Department of Telecom. The DoT is quite clear that 900 is an expensive airwave. It cannot be given away free. It's priced at twice the value of 1800 megahertz. So, unless and until the ministerial panel decides and slashes the price by 50% or something like that, something so drastic, 900 megahertz is very expensively priced. Mind you, that's the reserve price at which the auction will begin. Both Vodafone and Airtel need spectrum now. They have to participate in the auction. And Delhi and Mumbai is an important circle. These are the cream circles for all telecom players. So they both know, Bharti Airtel knows this will be an auction that will not be easy, which is what they were trying to avoid. But this is an unavoidable situation. They will have to pay market prices for 900 megahertz in Delhi and Mumbai, and they will have to ensure that the auction actually takes place this year so that they can continue services next year.
Gauri, thanks very much for putting all of that into perspective. So, major setback given that most of these telecom companies have already invested 1 lakh crores in setting up these towers and are struggling to recover that cost of capital of by 1.5%.